right, so now we're just going to look at some final enthalpy considerations and some energy considerations. We're going to do something that's kind of fun. We're going to look at some energy from food, and then we'll do some stoichiometry. So this is interesting. So we've got some information about M&M's candy and how it's broken down by 70% carbs, 21% fat, and 4.6% protein, and then some other ingredients with no caloric value. So if I have a package of M&Ms that's about 47.9 grams, I want to know how much energy is generated. Basically, how many calories am I taking in by eating these M&Ms? And then let's say I want to work off those M&Ms. So how long do I need to walk if an average person, now this is a little bit different. So one thing to understand is that exercise values, everybody has a slightly different metabolism and slightly different body. And so this is an average. I think these averages, like the 400 calories for 1 hour of walking, that's basically an average for like your average sized white adult male. Yeah, different body types and different genders and everything are going to be different when it comes to this, but this is just an average, okay? So I have up in the corner there energy values for carbs, fats, and proteins. So let's see if we can figure out what's going on with these M&Ms, okay? All right, so first off, how many calories are we going to generate? Well, if I have 47.7 grams of candy, and I have 70% carbs, that means I have 0.7 grams of carbs for every 1 gram of candy. And then I have 4 calories for every 1 gram of carbs. I'm going to get 134 calories from my carbs. Okay, we do the same thing for our fat and our protein. So we still have that original sample of candy. 21%, so we get 0.21 grams for every 1 gram. And then we have 9 calories for every 1 gram. So we get 91 calories. And then our protein, that was only 4.6, so 0.046. I'm going to abbreviate protein. And we have 4 calories. Now these are also really rounded. So this is just giving us an approximation here. So that comes out to 9. All right, and then to get the total calories from the candy, we just add it all up. 234 calories. All right, so now we've got that average walking. So if I have 234 calories I want to burn off, I get 1 hour of walking for every 400 calories, 0.58. So we'd have to walk for a little over a half hour to burn off those 234 calories. Okay, so now let's just do some stoichiometry. So here I've got a reaction, sodium and chlorine giving me sodium chloride. My delta H for this reaction is negative 821.8 kilojoules. So first off, are we exothermic or endothermic? Well, delta H is negative, so we are exothermic because delta H is negative. And now I want to know how much heat was transferred when 8 grams of sodium reacted. Okay? So now we just do stoichiometry, and we just plug delta H in like we do anything else with stoichiometry. So I have 8 grams of sodium, 1 mole for every 22.99 grams. And I have negative 821.8 kilojoules. And there was a 2 in front of the sodium, so for every 2 moles of sodium, and I get negative 142.8 kilojoules. Super, super, super straightforward. It's just stoichiometry. We just plug that delta H in, and we do it like we would do anything else. Okay? All right, and then The last one here, I've got some glucose. It's going to combust. We're going to get our carbon dioxide and water. And so how many calories per gram do we get for these carbohydrates? Because glucose is a carb. So again, it's just stoichiometry. Okay. And I'm trying to get calories per gram, so I have to do a one thing over the other thing. So I had negative 2,801.6 kilojoules. There was a 1 in front of the glucose, so that's for every 1 mole of glucose, and then 1 mole of glucose for 180 grams. Okay, so there's my grams on the bottom, and then 1 kilocalorie for every 4.184 joules. And then there's 1 calorie for every 1 kilocalorie. That last step is easy. All right, so we're going to get 3.7 calories per gram of our glucose. Okay, so that's how it's really easy to use these delta H values when we do stoichiometry. You just plug it in like anything else.